Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 9 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 10 of my mystery whiskey advent or dramvent calendar. If you've seen this before and you know it works, then you can just skip straight forward to the tasting. Otherwise, the way this works is I have over 150 samples in my sample collection and my wife has picked 24 at random and she'll put one a day into this blue Glencairn glass. I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. If you'd like to play along with me and find out what's in my glass when I do, then just keep watching. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. This seems quite malty, a little bit spirity. There's a hint of fruitiness there. I'm not sure if it's sort of hedgerow or orchard fruits yet. Yeah, more like berries. Yeah, like raspberries, strawberries. Yeah, it's quite nice. That sort of fruitiness is a little bit jammy. But it's not overly sweet on the nose. Yeah, a little bit of vanilla in there as well. A little bit of sort of dry wood, like old wood. Yeah, let's move on to the palate. This is quite malty. That fruitiness reminds me of new make. It's a little bit spirity, so I wonder if this is a young whiskey, like an English whiskey or a Scottish whiskey from a new distillery. Yeah, it definitely comes across like that sort of fruity new make spirit that you get. It's slightly dry. That sort of dry wood note that I got on the nose is coming through on the palate as well. Let's have another sip. It seems quite oily. I'm getting some dark chocolate. And in terms of ABV, I'm getting quite a bit of heat. I'm not getting too much pepper. I'd say this is 48 to 50% maybe. Definitely think it's quite young. It's probably non-age statement, but I do think it's probably under 5 to 6 years old, this particular whiskey. Let's have one final sip. Yeah, that fruitiness and that sort of cereal note. There's a slightly herbal note as well. The chocolate definitely reminds me of a young spirit. So I'm going to say this is either English or Scotch whiskey from a new distillery. I can't be any more accurate. It reminds me of quite a few young released whiskies, but not necessarily saying I've tried this one, but it is reminiscent of those sorts of whiskies. It's probably what comes to mind is an STR cask. This has probably been aged in because of that fruitiness, but it could be ex-bourbon as well. I think the fruitiness might be coming from the new make, not necessarily the cask, but yeah, I don't think I can be any more specific. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? Right, so it's a Clydeside Fill Your Own, 61.7%, and it was sent to me by Whisky Amateur. So thanks for sending me that. That's yeah, it's one I got recently from him, and yeah, Clydeside is a new Scotch distillery. The Fill Your Own, I'm assuming, is going to be quite young as well, because it's a new distillery, and obviously it's 61.7%, so it's obviously cask strength, being a Fill Your Own bottle. I don't know what this has been aged in. If I can find out, then I'll put it in the description. But it's yeah, it's interesting. I've definitely got those sort of young, spirity, new make characters off it, and I think that's telltale from a lot of new distilleries with young whiskies. But yeah, it was definitely nice. I think I've had one Clydeside before. I think their inaugural release, I think. And yeah, I think if this is sort of the flavour of the output from that distillery, I think they've got some good things to come. If you enjoyed this, then please come back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Sauncha. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.